Hello, welcome to the latest edition of Tom's Talks. And you've got six rides at York on Saturday, Tom. A track you do really well at, as the name's mine. You're looking forward to being back there on Saturday?
Yeah. York's always been a pretty lucky track for both myself and William Haggis. He loves having runners there, so hence my pretty good record there, and been fortunate to pick up a few good spares too. Um, so it's a great track with top class facilities and brilliant prize money too. So it's always a pleasure being there.
You kick off with Ravon, who was a winner over course and distance last season, and he's back off the same mark on Saturday. You think he should go close?
Yeah, like you say, the course and distance winner, which is quite an important thing at a track like York, where it's a real speed track. Come back down to his winning mark, which again is a nice pointer. That hopefully can basically just sort of replicate that win. And I'm not sure how much rain York's sort of had or due to get. Obviously, it's been a bit sort of sporadic over the last few days. But if it throws up similar conditions, he should have a good chance.
In a 2-year-old novice, you ride Art Lover, and it's for a trainer William Haggis, and it's a race that's thrown up some nice winners in the past. Bradsell won it in 2022. Do you think Art Lover could be a nice type going forward?
Yeah, I won't lie. I've not sat on him at home, but I know the team quite like him. And William, like I say, William enjoys having winners at York, so I'm sure he's not heading there for no reason. So hopefully he can get his career off to a good start and prove it right going there first time.
The feature on Saturday at York is the Group 3 Bronte Stakes, and you ride Term Of Endearment, who won the race last year for trainer Henry de Bromhead. It's since changed hands to William Haggis for £1.3 million. Do you think she could repeat last year's success?
Yeah, hopefully. Though she's obviously only had one start for us. That was in Dubai. Things didn't quite go right. It's slow tempo. And just a bit of an awkward race, and she didn't really perform right to her top level. That being said, she didn't disgrace herself at all. Ran okay. Definitely looks a lot more sort of summery now. She was still a bit fluffy then. Obviously, it's only at the end of March, so it comes quite early. Like you say, she won the race last year, which is a nice thing to have up her sleeve. But yeah, hopefully she was obviously an expensive buy because of what she's achieved. And it'd be great if she could get ahead in front for you long.
Kurdish is next up. He runs in a 7 furlong handicap. Been knocking on the door just while we're not quite getting his head in front. I think you'll have a chance on Saturday.
Yeah, like you say, probably just needs things to go his way. Not much to find, but a little bit. And I think things need to go right to just find that margin. But like it's a competitive race, and there's probably quite a few in the same boat, So I think whoever gets the smoothest and kindest triple will end up being the one that sort of finds that fine margin difference.
You ride Dante's Lad for George Boughey, who tries 1 mile 2 for the first time. A winner over a mile. Do you think the step up and trip can bring a bit more out of him?
Yeah, look that way. Like you say, winner over the mile, and just looked like going up to the mile and a quarter would suit. I'm sure George and his team, they've got it all pretty dialed in now. Obviously, a young team, but really, they've really sort of hit the lights and done superbly well. So, hopefully, the step up to a mile and a quarter is justified, and he can continue that progression.
In the last at York, you ride the popular Mums Tipple, who went very close last time over course and distance, finishing third. Looks to have a good chance again, surely.
Yeah, I thought he had a great chance. It's been a little bit awkward with the gates sometimes, and just not stepped away the best. Last time he broke good, and it was a pretty hot contest where there was a hard gallop on. If he gets the gates right again, could jump well, travel. It's a course where obviously he had that absolute demolition job in the sales race a few years ago, and a lot of money was turned down for him. So it's a track that he likes, and hopefully he can get his head back in front because it's been a while since he's won.
On Sunday, you go head to France and ride in the Prix Du Jockey Club at Chantilly, and you ride the John Gosden trained Bowmark. It's a big ride, big race. Looking forward to the ride on Sunday.
Yeah, delighted to have picked him up. Obviously, he was actually a winner at York last time. He ran a big race in the Burden listed race up at Newcastle on his second start. It was probably unfortunate not to win that day. So look, it's a big step up, no doubt, but it's quite an open French derby. I've been handed a good draw in 8. I went Saturday, everybody felt fantastic. It's basically, hopefully he's learned enough on the job in those 3 runs that he's had to be able to step up into such a competitive race. But the mile and a quarter to me was a plus. He felt like he loved the trip, and the team are going well. Obviously after the Irish Guinea success last weekend, so fingers crossed we can carry it on with another classic.
So you go from France on Sunday to Italy on Monday with a riding Italian derby for Peter Schiergen. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Yeah, he was. The horse was an impressive winner of the Milan Derby trial. To be honest, after that, the form lines and things like that are pretty alien. Obviously, don't really know any of the horses, but he was an impressive winner. And Peter's obviously one of the top trainers in Germany, and he called me up and said he's got a great chance. And yeah, hence heading over there for him. It's a big race, and obviously great to be going over there with hopefully what's a super live chance.
Good stuff. Like I say, hopefully get a few winners from York to Chantilly and then to Rome on Monday. So plenty of travelling. Hopefully you can get a few winners.
Yeah, with a bit of luck. It's busy schedule, but look, when you're knocking a couple of winners, it's worthwhile. And when you don't, it feels pretty long. But fortunately, things will fall our way. And like I say, some nice rides to look forward to.